Hello, ladies, gentlemen, lizard people, and variants thereupon. I am your host, the lovely Weebo Jones. We are waiting on my co-host, the lovely Polydub. The reason we are starting as late as we are is because initially we were supposed to start on time, and then my birthday dinner ran a little bit longer than it should have. And so I asked to reschedule, but Polly had already rescheduled something to accommodate our time that conflicted with the later scheduling of this stream, and I didn't want to miss out on that experience with Polly, so we opted to start it at a much later time, and it works out because your girl took off from work tomorrow for her birthday, which is my actual birthday, not the fake birthdays that I peddle in the various areas of the interwebs. It is my actual birthday. I'm taking off. We're gonna do some sort of stream tomorrow morning, earlier in the morning than later. So if you can't make that, that's totally fine. Don't you worry. We're also going to do birthday shenanigans here. At least I'm gonna get drunk like it's my birthday. Yeah. We're gonna bust out the big knives for it too. So it's gonna be nice. A good fun 2 hours of shenanigans. So for the late night crowd, here you are. For the early morning crowd, there you are. And we will continue as if there is nothing wrong with playing a 24-year-old, almost 24-year-old, not 24 until 12:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, or a.m. Is it a.m. or p.m. if it's early morning? Dear, my love, Is it a.m. or p.m. if it's the next 12:45 time slot?
Are you talking about the one coming up or after that?
The one coming up.
It's a.m.
It's a.m.? Okay. That was when I was born, so I don't know these things. I get confused, and I am only 24. I have time to learn. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. We will be having the birthday celebrations tonight and tomorrow. It's more birthday shenanigans than I've allowed myself to have in a long, long while, and I hope that it doesn't end up backfiring on me like the one from sophomore year of college did. For those who follow me on Twitter, I would just like to clarify something. Me being pregnant was an April Fool's Day joke. That actually wasn't me telling everyone that I was pregnant and asking whether or not I should tell my boyfriend if I was pregnant. I was joking. You see, I feel it is cruel to tell your boyfriend on April Fool's Day that you are pregnant. It seems like a very, very bad joke. So I don't do that. But I still feel like it's a funny joke to play on other people, and so I played it on the people in the chat because they're less invested in whether or not I'm pregnant. And so I feel like it's harmless, entirely harmless to that crowd. So it works. There we go. Daniel Fullman asks, what does my shirt say? It says, first of all, no. Second of all, no. It's actually an original t-shirt design. From way back when, in the early days of the merchandising store on the Weebo Jones channel. Oh my god, I'm never up this late to do a stream. I'm so sorry. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out that we could do this earlier. Just life circumstances got in the way, but it works out that we can do it later, so it's fine. So I'm not that broken up about it. I am a little bit more tipsy than I would be on a normal cocktail hour at this point. But that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. The only one that's hurting right now is El Boyfriendo, and that's just because I gave him a big fat kiss. Right, dear?
Yeah.
Love you.
I'm sure you think you do.
I do. Even when I'm drunk.
Especially when you're drunk.
Especially when I'm drunk. I'm a very lovable drunk. A very happy drunk, too. So, yeah. This is the schedule you already worked out last week, says Snoopy. Don't look a day over 30. Oh, gee, thanks. Is it Is it my smile lines? Are they what puts me over 30? Or at 30? I'm just curious. Okay. We're almost ready for the next bottle of wine. This will have been... Okay, not my third actual bottle of wine. Because I had the remains of one bottle first. And then 2 glasses of a second bottle from an aunt who had wine for me. And now this will be the start of my third bottle. But not actually my third bottle. That's where we're at. Okay? Okay. And if I get too drunk tonight, and I'm too hungover to conduct myself in a stream tomorrow, I apologize. But it is all your fault, Chad. I'm blaming you, not me. I had no part in this. Lion Patriot says he wanted little Weebo nephews and nieces. Hey, babe.
Hmm?
Can we make that happen?
Sure. What?
Do you know what you just agreed to?
Well.
You just agreed to procreating with me.
Oh, gross. But sure. Might as well get it out of the way.
Might as well get it out of the way, he says. Gee, thanks. I love you so much. Any good gifts for your birthday? I got a car camera system, front and rear, so whenever it is that some random on the interstate decides that they want to slow down to a nice crawl in front of El Boyfriendo and myself on the highway, to such a degree that we accidentally rear-end them because it was just all of a sudden, and they're like, oh, well, now you owe us for the cost and damages and heartache that is affiliated with this accident that you caused because you rear-ended us, because that's obviously so easy to do. We go, actually, no, you were driving like a dickhole and braked all of a sudden on what should have been the freeway, so fuck you. See you in court, bitches. So that's one of the gifts that I got. The other gift that I got was also car-related, and it was an air compressor, but it was an automated air compressor system for your tires. So it's the one that my dad has by Milwaukee, where essentially you just key in the amount of the PSI that you want for your tire, and it checks it while it gives the air to the tire, and it stops when it gets there. So you don't have to do jack shit, and it's beautiful, and I love it. The other thing that I got that I really liked for my birthday was a boyfriendo got me a number of things. He got me a leather briefcase for the office, so I can take it in and out. It's an over-the-shoulder bag, basically. Satchel, thank you, that's the word that I was looking for. It's a leather satchel that I can just take with me to work, and it fits all of my work shenanigans in it, minus the excess number of pens and pencils that I have no business carrying on my person, which became a problem, and we will be rectifying with the use of the smaller bag. The other thing that he got me were a quill and ink set with a fancy quill holder. It's a glass quill holder, and it's a glass quill, so hopefully it doesn't get destroyed this time by myself or the cats, because that is a concern, but it is very gorgeous, and there's several different colors of ink that go along with it. He also got me a leather-bound journal to write in with a quill and ink set, which was very nice. And this is gonna piss him off, but he just sighed very deeply. But my ultimate favorite and the most life-changing of the presents he got me, and the least expensive too, which is, I think, what greatly grieves him. Am I right? Oh, he's growling. Yes, that is right. That is correct. Is the Squatty Potty. I love that thing. It was so great. It was fantastic. Revolutionized the way that I take a dump. It was a fantastic time. I love it. It's great. It makes my life so much easier. But El Boyfriendo is annoyed at the fact that it is my favorite present of the ones that he got me. No, it's Barbara, Daniel Fullman. Barbara did not get me anything from work. So yeah, that is, of the presents that I've gotten this year, those are the presents that I got. Unless I'm missing anything. Am I missing anything, dear?
Go away.
He's still mad about the squatty potty. Those are all of the ones that I can think of. For my birthday, I got myself the ability to relax. So I'm basically just taking it easy this weekend. And I have been since what day? Was it Friday? No, it was after Friday. Because Friday I spent meal prepping for the next 3 weeks. And then Saturday I didn't do anything. Sunday I did very minimal. So I have been relaxing. Tomorrow, I said I took the day off. That was my gift to myself. That's 9 hours of PTO that I do not get paid for. And it is the gift that keeps on giving. The Assassins of the Graces, the squatty potty will aid you greatly during your pregnancy. I'm not pregnant, okay? Alright, that was a joke. And I know that it is a constant running joke that people assume that I am pregnant for whatever reason. I can't tell you how many times I get, "Are you pregnant?" in the comments section of my videos. And I don't know if I should be offended or if I should be complimented. Because I know that pregnant women have a certain glow about them that maybe I exude. But that's definitely not the case as far as I'm aware. But I do get a number of comments that ask me if I'm pregnant. And I don't understand why. Yeah. Pregnant. I could totally look it up. You know, I was going to make a whole April Fool's Day video about it, and then I ran out of time to do so. Unfortunately. I was busy putting together the video that you see live on the channel right now. It's the pandemic survival guide. Weebo's Declassified Pandemic Survival Guide. I had a fun time. It was a good time. It was a long time. It took entirely too long for me to create that video, but I think it was well worth it, especially that last 5 minutes. Definitely a good time. But I definitely could have done without the excessive amount of editing time that went into that. Polly should be here, hopefully, in the next 2 minutes. He said he might be a little bit late. This is around the time that we discussed, unless I'm not good with time. I feel like a dick, though, because earlier today, we had a conversation. Before cocktail hour was supposed to happen, we had a whole conversation about what time the show was starting. And I went, 7 o'clock, same time as usual. And he goes, but we rearrange the time all the time to make sure, you know, to accommodate shenanigans. And I'm like, no, the set standard time is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's, you know, how I rate it unless something else happens, unless otherwise discussed. And then, like 10 minutes before, I go, I'm not going to be done with family shenanigans in enough time to make the show. Can we push it back an hour, maybe? And he goes, Weebo, you bitch. I already moved back something so that I would make it after the show. I can't do that. Can we do it later? And I'm like, you know what? That works, actually, because I'm not working tomorrow. So it works. Septus Wolf asks, when are you giving birth to your xenomorph? Babe, what is my xenomorph due date?
2028.
2028. All right, let's go with that.
4/20/2028.
4/20/2028. Thanks, dear.
Yep.
I had another April Fool's Day video planned. And it wasn't the pregnancy one, but it was a different one. And I ended up not being able to do it because of the time that it took to put together Friday's video, the one that actually went live on the channel. And that was not an April Fool's Day joke. That was a legit video. It was 30 minutes of me ranting and raving. Well, not me ranting and raving, but me making a very snide and sarcastic and satirical commentary on the way that the last 2 years have been handled in terms of the plague. The Great Coof. The Coof 19, if you will. Yeah. The other one that I had planned would have been kind of left field, but it wasn't a pregnancy announcement. It would have been something else. But I have a few more ideas for April 1st. April Fool's Day videos in the future. If I have time to do them is another question. I have come to realize that you try to plan things out, nothing ever goes to plan. You can just loosely do the things that you want to whenever.
Nothing ever comes to plan. Like letting your co-host know when you're coming home with a text message like you agreed to do.
Right! That never comes to plan. I'm so sorry. I'm such a bitch.
Did you? Okay, listen. Pushing it back is fine. Okay, because that happens.
Right.
Okay. But I'm like, where is she? Hold on. Let me just go on Discord. For fuck's sake, she's live. Motherfucking fuck. Do you want me to read where I said just text me so I know what's going?
Oh, you did ask me to text you! Polly, I'm so far wasted on wine. I am wine drunk. It is the day before my birthday. I am sloshed, my friend. I'm so sorry. You did ask me to text you. Wow!
I totally did.
I
totally did.
A bigger dick than I thought. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna buy you more Girl Scout cookies, I promise. Which I still have to send to you, by the way.
So there. All right. Since you closed the stream, I'll have to watch you.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
I got you. I brought it up. I got you. God, I'm the worst. I'm the worst co-host ever. Shun me! Oh gosh, and especially after we talked specifically this morning about the time and what time we were starting, and I was like, oh yeah, 7 o'clock, like we always do it. You specifically said, well, Weebo, we don't always do it. We've been a little bit, silly with the time. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did Sunday, and then it switched to Mondays, and then the time got moved, and then, etc.
Oh gosh, I'm the worst. At least I can admit it, though, I guess. Oh, I will do better. I promise. I will strive to do better. I will work towards doing better. I can't promise that because I might break that promise, but I will work towards doing better.
Do you know how you're not doing better right now?
Did I
You still haven't started sharing your screen again. For fuck's sake, Weebo.
Where did it go?
You have to push screen, and then after you push screen,
I didn't realize that I closed out of that. I thought I had. Wow, I'm a bitch. I'm the worst.
So how much did you have to drink?
Okay, so this is my third bottle, but not my third bottle. All right? What I need to explain here to you is I had the remnants of my first bottle. It was like a glass. And then I had 2 glasses from a second bottle. And this is the first glass. Well, yeah, the first glass of my third bottle. So I'm on my third bottle, but it's not actually like just me that has been drinking the third bottle, or the bottles leading up to this bottle. That makes sense, right?
I am go along with that.
Semi-coherent.
I'm choosing to believe it makes sense.
That works.
Okay. What is that?
This is Rose of Zinfandel Alexander Valley 2020 vintage.
Oh, that was a good year.
Oh, was it? Was it? It's from Mechwa. It's got an accent. Is that how you pronounce the meh?
Yeah, let's go with Mechwa.
Okay,
whatever
Mechwa.
it was you just said. So you're drinking a rosé Zinfandel? That must be sweet as fuck.
It's not super sweet. It's not like overly sweet.
So drunk, I cannot get up.
Hey, that's me.
That is you. I don't have my I saw the notification come up, but I don't have my Streamlabs open. Just give me a second, 6, so we'll there in a second.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep. Yeah. So, Dan Fullman's asking to look at the Evil Villain Hideout folder. But we also have the tiny home thing. But we
do.
also have the rentable treehouse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where we can actually look inside. Remember I was telling you?
Right, yes.
Because I sent you the picture of the treehouse, and you're like, I want to live in a treehouse now. And that's
I
where the
do,
idea came
though.
from. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Don't you want to live in a treehouse? I want to be
Some
the
of the
Peter
ones
Pan
I've seen, hell yeah.
child that never grows up. Granted, that would make several of my audience feel a little bit awkward about situations and whatnot because they're Sims. But that's okay. That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for my own enjoyment.
Here.
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of... Fuck you!
Oh, okay. So why did I flinch? Rough.
Come on, that one's peak. I love that one so much.
That is beautiful.
Next 6 minutes, thank you for the $2.42. Bro, have I ever told you how adorable you look swimming on your back and the cute things you do with your hands? Oh, look how he holds the bourbon glass. Dude, you're as adorable as fuck. Super adorb.
Kinky.
Thanks, Six. It's a tweet I was looking at the other day because you know how otters, when they're on their back, like they'll play with rocks or marbles that they call juggling. Because
Right.
they're just, yeah. And someone's like, give Polly a rock and he'll be busy all day. Because there was just an otter just screwing with one rock. It was hilarious. And Lion Patriot, thank you for the $17. Shut your trap, Tyson, you arrogant son of a bitch. Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
Shut.
about right.
Yeah. It's how smug he is. Why didn't I flinch? Because
Why
of the
didn't I
laws of science, fundamentally a crack. Fuck you.
Is it a law? Or is it...
What? He's not even making any sense. The laws of science. Did you mean the laws of physics?
No,
Or the-
physics is science. It's irrefutable.
Well,
Science. You can't
science,
irrefute
rationality,
science.
empiricism, logic. They're all interchangeable terms.
Wait.
They don't have separate meanings.
You can't irrefute science. That doesn't make any sense. You can't refute science. There we go. That makes more sense, but still not
Or you
making a
can.
whole lot of sense.
You can refute science.
Well, I was saying it in such a way as to mock the great and terrible Neil.
Miles Bennett Dyson. His name is Miles Bennett Dyson.
Is it really?
No, it's not. That's the guy who created Skynet and Terminator.
Stop messing with me. I will believe you. I'm too gullible for my own good. If you say it with enough conviction, I will take you at your word, sir, and I won't question you, because I think we're friends, and I value friendship and the honesty of friendship.
Which is why you return text messages and stick to your word and things of that
I was
nature.
also drunk.
At
There's
which
a
point,
disconnect.
friendship cannot be relied upon. I get it. I hear you. Yeah, it's a flexible thing.
I feel so bad. Stop making me feel guilty. I already feel guilty. I'm the worst. Okay. So tree houses or not tree houses?
Well, I don't know. It's birthday girl. What do you? We have. We can continue on with the tiny houses. We can't see the outside of. We can do the villain lair thing as suggested, or we can go with 33 amazing tree houses that you can rent right now.
Can we do villain lair and then tree houses, and then if we have time, the tiny houses?
Okay, hold on. Let me go find the villain lair.
Okay.
I have to look. It's somewhere.
Lion says you can refute science, but you may be proven wrong. That's the beauty of science, is that it is an ongoing excursion into discovery. That sounds
Sure.
profound. I'm
Let's go
going
with
with
that.
it.
I remember. Science is I never argue against science. I argue in defense of science. I argue against people who misuse science for their own purposes just so they can say I'm right. It's not really about being accurate. It's just about them being right. Because that's when you hear people say things like, I only believe things that can be proven by like are the outputs of scientific experimentation.
Right.
That can be proven by science. You do realize it's a self-refuting statement, right, moron?
Mm-hmm. Oh, me?
Now, how can science itself that you claim to believe in be the product of a scientific experimental design? It just, you didn't even think that through before you said it, did you?
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh, that's me. Thank you,
That's
next 6
you.
minutes for the donation. He says, it was awesome to hang out with you and Pat the other day. Again, Merry Marchmas. The Indians have found my concussion video. The video that people probably thought was an April Fool, but really actually happened. Sub to Weebo. I agree. And also, thank you, Sixy, for having me on your channel and for putting on another benefit in my favor, honor, benefit. How do you phrase that? You know what I mean. But
another stream in my benefit. Just so
there
use
we
the
go.
Word, but use the word, but later.
Yes, that works. Another stream in my benefit, to my benefit.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Having trouble. There we are.
I got good friends. I got too good of friends.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh, also, thank you to Serpent21. Happy birthday, Weebo. Is there something wrong with me? I watched UHF 4 times in the last 2 days, and twice with Weird Al's commentary. Maybe. Is it good?
There's a Weird Al's commentary on it, too. That's kind of cool.
Personally, if I find something to be, like, thoroughly enjoyable, I will watch it and rewatch it and rewatch it until I get sick of it, and then I'll continue to watch it, and then I'll look up fan fiction on it, and then fan art on it, and I will indulge until there's nothing left for me to indulge in, and then I'll get super depressed because there's nothing left for me to indulge in, and then I'll find the next thing to obsess over, like an autistic spaz. And I don't know where I was going with that. But is that kind of like the thing that you're talking about here?
What do you mean?
Like was it enjoyable to that end? Or are you just doing it to torture yourself because you hate yourself?
What are you talking about specifically?
Oh.
You've lost me.
Serpent21 says, is there something wrong with me? I watched UHF 4 times in the last...
Okay. I was looking... I was trying to get the screen centered for the Villain's Lair thing, so I just totally disconnected what Serpent21 had said to what you were saying. Do I torture myself over and over again? No. Well, like I told you, that I discovered that there was, in fact, a trilogy of films that I didn't know existed before. That I've seen the first 2 of those films multiple times, and I realized that they were connected, but then I didn't realize that there was a third one.
Oh, you mean your headcanon?
Yes, my headcanon, yes.
Yes, so your fake trilogy.
Yeah, whoa. Oh, you pumped the brakes, kid. Okay,
that's what a headcanon is, Polly. Am I wrong?
It is the easiest headcanon of all time to make. 3 sentences. All I need is 3 sentences, and I can connect those films. Right. That's like the films lend themselves to it. It's so obvious that I can do it in 2 sentences as long as I got to use a semicolon.
Okay, all right. What are those 2 sentences with a semicolon then?
I don't know. I'd have to write it out. You know how drafting works. You've done it.
I do. Yes, I have. Yeah. But still.
No, it's for those you don't know, it's the Blank trilogy, as in Martin Q. Blank.
Right.
So the first film in the trilogy is Grosse Pointe Blank. The second one is War Inc., War Incorporated, and the third one is The Numbers Station, where John Cusack, in fact, in my headcanon, plays. It's the same guy. It's the same guy at 3 different points in his life. And it works so well and so easily. Like I said, to connect those films, you just need to go, well, what happened between films 1 and 2? And then, boom. And then what happened between film 2 and 3? Just boom. That's all the sentences would be. And it's like, well, why doesn't he have the same name? He joined the military. He explains it in the first movie. He joined the military, was loaned out to a CIA-sponsored program, and taught to be a wet works guy. Yeah, he goes by fake names all the time. And in the third film, he's back doing wet work for the agency. It's... what? The second film, you see him quitting. It's just like, it all just plays out perfectly. And so I call it the Blank trilogy, because it's, Martin Q. Blank.
Right.
Is his actual real name.
So Snoopy asked what a headcanon is, or... maybe it was asking what the headcanon was, but I'm just going to define headcanon for those in the audience who don't know what a headcanon is. So canon is what is actual...
Side of a naval vessel.
Not that. A canon in terms of fictional work is actually what the writer intended for you to take away, for what the writer intended to be reality within the fiction that they have created. A headcanon is a fan who has taken that fictional work and interpreted in their own way some form of reality for that fantasy reality.
Yeah.
It either works or it doesn't. Sometimes
Star
it works
Wars
better
people
than
do it
others.
all the time.
Right.
Like I'm a Star Wars fan, and people are simply like, the Disney movies are expensive corporate fanfic. They're
Right.
not canon. So headcanon can be as simply as just denying, as simple as simply denying that those films
Right.
have any connection to the ongoing story arc. No, there's only 6 Star Wars films. The Disney ones are all just expensive fanfic.
Right. And that's all you need to know about that.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you to the next 6 minutes again for the donation. Another donation for your birthday. Weebs, happy birthday. UHF is funny as fuck, and Serpent is right. The DVD commentary is great. I'd send y'all more coffee, but you're probably still drinking this stuff I've already sent. We actually only have 2 bags left, from what I remember. 2 bags. Our coffee shelf is starting to get a little bit barren. But that doesn't mean you have to send us coffee. We definitely will depend on the Dunkin' Donuts if necessary. But we have yet to actually use the grinder that you gave us, so I need to find beans that I can tolerate.
Fair enough.
Right.
Oh yeah, see, I found out that Undoomed and I have the identical headcanon when it comes to Star Trek. We had that conversation. Yeah.
You and Undoomed? When did you have that conversation with Undoomed?
On AAA.
Not last night. Last night was Saturday.
Yeah. No, he showed up on AAA, I don't know.
A while ago?
I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I really need to continue watching. Was it on your night? Because I really only follow Polydub nights.
I think it was on Sinatra's.
That's why.
I'd have to go back and look.
I mean, no disrespect to Sinatra, but I don't, for whatever reason, get as many notifications for Sinatra's channel as I do for Polly's channel.
Well, Sin's main channel, Sinatra Says, like, because he's got like Sinatra Says, Sinatra Screams, etc. Right? Like, his main channel has a hard strike on it, so he's waiting for it to run out so he can stream there again.
Oh,
So AAA,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Do you know what his hard strike was for?
Nudity, wasn't it?
No, community guidelines.
Okay.
Oh, that's just nice and specific, right? On a privated video from over a year ago.
Oh, that's right, it was.
Yeah. That's current day YouTube, man. It's a privated fucking video. And some bot found some community guideline that they don't specify about and gave him a hard strike so he can't stream on that channel, or it's already demonetized, but he wouldn't have been able to monetize uploaded videos. And I think it limits it to like 10-minute videos or 15-minute videos that you can upload or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But yeah, but no live streams, so he's waiting for that to run out. So he's doing AAA live streams on one of his other channels. So that might be why you haven't been getting notifications for a while, because he's had that hard strike for a minute now.
Yeah, that would be that. Because I get notifications for your channel all the time. Like, for instance, this morning I got a notification for a Norbar that didn't exist anymore. And I was salty about it, because I was looking forward to it. Because I had nothing to do this morning. And I was like, oh, I'll do that. And I go,
Yeah.
and it's not there. And maybe I thought that I hallucinated a little bit. Because I saw the notification very early in the morning when I'd first woken up. And I'm like, oh, brilliant. And then proceeded to fall back asleep. And then got back up. Recalled this. Thought maybe I had a fever dream. Went to check. Considered that I might be going insane. Considered checking myself into the asylum. And then went about with the rest of my day.
Oh, the reason that whole headcanon thing came up and so on, Sim21 asked, to watch the same movie, and, I've lost track of how many times I've seen UHF. No, there's nothing wrong with watching the same movie over and over again. I've done that with a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of movies I've seen like again and again and again and again, and then you start to watch them as background stuff, and just to see if they're good enough that you start noticing little things in the background that you never saw, like if they're well written, well filmed, or just funny. You just start noticing different stuff, and nothing wrong with watching a set of movies or one particular movie over and over again. Nothing wrong with it at all.
Indeed.
In my opinion. And Assassin the Great, there are only 3 Star Wars films. I'm willing to extend it to the prequels.
I love the prequels.
The Disney films, man, they really altered my perception of
what's good
yes,
and what's bad.
They are nowhere near as good as the 3 films. But I mean, some people get really upset and say there's only 2 Star Wars films because Jedi was so bad. And it's like, really? Fuck, you're going to go that far? I don't know. Not for me. I mean, the original 3 is like, I mean, that's the story that you need to focus on and rely on, because the prequels mess with the timeline. They mess with a bunch of things that were said in the original trilogy, where it's like, yeah, this isn't really telling a backstory, but an altered story. So, but
I still like
Assassin's
the
Creed
prequels.
says there's only one Blade Runner film. On that count, you're absolutely correct. You are
But I thought
100%
there were
correct, sir.
8 different types of Blade Runner, or 8 different versions of Blade Runner.
Oh, those are cuts. Those are cuts.
Those count as different versions, though, right? Because you're taking
Oh,
away
sure.
something different from each
versions of the original 1982 Blade Runner. Yeah, but Assassin the Great is speaking of that which is not Blade Runner, which would be Blade Runner 2049, which is just expensive corporate fanfic.
We don't acknowledge it.
It does serve as further evidence that Jared Leto can't act.
Okay, I have a grievance.
Okay.
You said corporate fanfic. It doesn't count. It's not legit. But I have it on good authority that there are decent fanfictions out there that expand on original content in such a way that is still true to form, but more mature and grows with the original audience.
Oh, amen, sister. That is probably amongst the most tragic of things, when people out of a passion project do fan fiction, and it ends up being better than what hundreds of millions of dollars and supposedly the best writers out there and etc. can produce. I've seen machinima that just used characters from Star Trek Online, like that. They just move them around. You know how machinima works, right? I have seen multiple Star Trek machinimas that are better than Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery, which neither of... By the way, that's our headcanon that Undoomed and I share. The Star Trek canon ended with Enterprise. The last episode of Star Trek Enterprise was the last episode of Star Trek. After that, yeah, there's Star Trek Discovery and Picard. But...
I pay for your food, you brittle-boned fuck.
Serpent 21, thank you for the $3 and the cat smack.
Oh my god, I died.
Don't throw cheese at your cat. They won't like it, Weebo.
This one might, actually. She loves me no matter what I do.
Your noir bar got pulled. Now how will I relive you and Snoot arguing my question about if Scorpio from Dirty Harry is more evil than Janice Soprano? Yeah, that was a question I got asked last night. Who's the bigger villain, Janice Soprano or Scorpio? Have you seen Dirty Harry?
No.
Weeps?
Oh, wait! Dirty Harry. That sounds familiar.
Inspector Harry Callahan of the San Francisco Police Department, played by the inimitable Clint Eastwood.
It sounds familiar. It feels familiar. I know I've seen scenes, but I don't know if it was just out of memery or pop culture references.
Oh yeah, lots of memery in and around it, because Harry Callahan carries a big 44 Magnum, a Model 29 Smith & Wesson, and it's you feel lucky, punk. Lots of memes around that. And...
I know that reference, but I don't think I've actually seen the movie, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't have any context for it. So.
And Snoopy mentions D Space Nine, and D Space Nine was fun. Damn right it was. And the character Garrick, the former Obsidian Order intelligence officer who lives on the space station Deep Space Nine, is the same actor who plays the villain Scorpio in Dirty Harry.
You know what my problem is? Is I'm only 24, but I have an entire lifetime's worth of movies in my memory catalog that I have seen but don't quite remember because they were watched at a very early age, and so I only have snippets. So I feel like I know a reference in some instances, but at the same time, it's like, are you sure about that? Because I also grew up in the age of internet culture, so pop culture references were something that I just
Thank you for your patronage.
had a lot of.
Thank you for your
So,
patronage.
I don't know.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh no, is it doing
Thank
the
you
thing?
for-
Is it doing the thing for you too?
Yeah, it's doing the thing.
God damn it. Thank you,
so
Michael
weird.
Trudeau. I think what it does, for whatever reason, is it defaults when it can't grab the actual chat or money alert thing that is associated with that amount.
Right.
Because I know that the 50 is not the one associated with the SpongeBob meme. I know that for a fact because I slated it as something else specifically, and now I can't find it. Fuck.
But while we're at it, big W's in chat for Michael Trudell with a big $50.
I appreciate
Awesome.
it. Yes.
You're a fucking rock star, sir.
Thank you, Michael Trudell, for the happy birthday, Weebo. Definitely appreciate it. That will go towards either the coffee fund, the booze fund, or the Weebo Pointless Crafts fund, where I take
All worthwhile.
used wine bottles and I strip them of their labels, and then I relabel them with something from my staples.
Freemasons run the country!
The next 6 minutes, thank you for the $1. The Warriors video game expanded on the film expertly. Dirty Harry was great. Magnum Force was the best film in the series, in my opinion. Yeah, Magnum Force was, like, kind of awesome. The man needs to know his limitations. It's just fucking excellent. Just excellent. I mean, you have Harry Callahan riding a motorcycle on an aircraft carrier. What more do you want? Weebo?
And
No, I
Dick
don't have a question.
Grayson with an original series.
Weebo. Remember
What?
when we
Yes.
talked about you can't minimize Discord, you just have to bring up stuff in front of it?
Did I
So
minimize?
drunk,
Yeah.
I cannot
I'm
get
sorry.
up.
I was stuck.
You're frozen again.
Good night.
There you go.
I fixed it. Thank you
Good
for
night,
that.
dear.
Polly says
Everyone
good night too.
Good night, my love.
You are not allowed to start another gay relationship with one of my friends.
You
Do
know
I have
me.
competition
I can do
with-
whatever I want.
You don't have competition with Kayla?
Really?
Really?
That's great. Life's hard, huh?
This man flirts with everyone. My family members, my friends, my brother. A lesser woman would be worried, but I'm not concerned because they have something, or I have something they do not.
Serper21, thank you for the $2. I'm drunk. So drunk, I cannot stand up.
Hey,
Where's that
too.
from, Weebo?
Me.
Where's the voice from?
Your stream one.
Okay, you're not wrong, but that's...
What do you want from me? I can only
It's
give
from-
you so much answer.
Well, no, it's because I told you before, and I like bringing it up because I get to mock you with it
I
because of
forgot.
how hurtful it was. It's from the audiobook version of Rules of Attraction.
Oh,
The
that's
book-
right. You told me this.
Yeah,
Last time I
that's-
think we were on stream, weren't we?
Yeah,
You
that's
said that.
Lauren.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. And I'm gonna forget it next time you ask me about it again.
It's fine. It's fine. It hurt bad, you know. First thing we're gonna read this book. It's gonna be a great bonding experience. I can get to talk about this book because I'm a big Bret Easton Ellis fan. Weebo's got a wonderful intellect. I can't wait to, cross minds and talk about this book with somebody like this. This is going to be fantastic. And she holds up the book and goes, so 4 chapters in and I don't really like it. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I did.
Polly. You know, I still have the book on my Audible account, right? We could do this again.
No, we should do a different book. I mean, we could do that book again, but I mean, who wants to put you through that pain again?
Dude, I am. No, shut your fucking horn mouth on. Okay. I am 34 chapters into A Discovery of Witches. It can't get much worse than this, alright? Just
What's
want
that?
you to know.
Discovery of Witches.
A Discovery of Witches. It's like the Thinking Girls Twilight, except I hate it more.
Okay, I thought it was a Wheels of Time book, because that's all anybody's talking about. Like, it's like super popular. Holy shit. People I know that, like, they say, I don't even read, and I love this shit. And it's like, oh, okay.
I have that also on my Audible, but I started A Discovery of Witches first because I bought it first, and I was thinking, oh, yeah, I'll try it out, see what up. But honestly, I hate it. I hate everything about it, and I think I might just do a hate video on it to get it out of my system, because I can't stand the characters, I can't stand the writing style, I can't stand the characterization of these characters, the incessant need for the characters to just wax poetic about, alchemical manuscripts every other sentence, and have a diatribe about the different wines and the foods that they're eating, and I'm like, there is a plot! Why are we not indulging? Why are we wasting 3 to 4 pages on just date nights between a vampire and a witch who don't know how to witch? There's a TV show that accompanies this, and I'm gonna watch the first season, and I'm gonna hate all over it. We get my hate all over it. It's gonna be not a fun time for anybody, but I need to get it out of my system. I am in such a mood about this series, Polly. Do you want to watch it with me?
No, Snoopy correctly answered. Very well answered Zombie Teddy's question. So no one needs to answer that. That's cool. Well done. And hold on, where is it? Snoopy says, I had no idea that Twilight had any thought in it. Yeah, well, that's far. Weebo and I watched all 5 films in sequence, and that was a. Fun was had, because the point was to like laugh at it and ask questions and lament how, well, this could have went somewhere. Oh no, it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
Oh, well, here's a good idea. Oh, they didn't do anything with it.
Well, I only say it's the Thinking Girls Twilight because our main characters are PhD professors at Oxford University studying their respective things. He's a scientist, vampire, overbearing, dominating fuck, and she is this Mary Sue-esque witch who's good at everything but doesn't actually demonstrate it until like the 34th chapter, maybe in the first book, and she's useless the whole time, and he's going around saving her while he's telling her what to do and what not to do, and she's just being like, actually, I disagree, and leave me alone. You're not the boss of me, except I love you, so you are the boss of me, and fuck off. But also, I love you, and you're the boss of me. And yes, I will go to France with you on a whim, just because you said so, and meet your mom after only knowing you for 2 weeks. And she's a vampire that hates witches, so that's not a problem, and there's very little getting over that. Hell, I am so angry, Paul, you don't understand. I have wasted entirely too much time on this book, and now I'm invested in tearing it down. So that's happening. That's absolutely happening. It's going to be like one of my fanfiction reviews.
did donate the $2, and this is, I did want to read this, because it's actually, okay, it's awesome and infuriating at the same time.
Right, okay.
Because I'm like mad jelly. Hey, Polly, time for me to be a total braggart. I have a Blu-ray of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, signed by 5 of the stars, 2 of them personalized. Target that explosion and fire! Fire! That thing has to have a tailpipe. Yeah, I'm pretty jelly. Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country is my favorite Star Trek film. The best one is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, but my favorite one is Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. So that is beyond fucking epic. That is very cool. I would be pretty fucking proud of that, let me tell you.
You know, for as old as I am, For as nerdy as I am, I have yet to actually watch any Star Trek that isn't the movies.
Yeah.
Are you judging me harshly right now, Polly?
Not really. It's.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, there's the it's like, okay, what is the best episode of each series? And like, so not your favorite,
Best.
but the best.
Right. 'Cause
You
those
see
are
what I
different.
mean? So like, it's like people, you know, what's your favorite series, Polly? And it's like original series is my favorite. I mean, it was filmed and over long before I was born, but watching all of the series, that's TOS, TAS, TNG, D Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. Yeah, it's TOS is the standout to me because it set the pattern for what every other one is following. And that doesn't mean I love the others any less. It's just if I had to pick one, forced to do it, fuck, marry, kill style, where you got to make a call. Yeah, it's TOS. And so my favorite, my favorite episode is not the best. The best episode of the series is City on the Edge of Forever. Because the best would be what exemplifies the series, what exemplifies the characters and their interactions, what is the best story that brings out the characters in terms of characterization, that shows them to be who they are, if you know what I mean. It's and all of those things, and then it hits the hardest and is the most memorable, and that's City on the Edge of Forever. But that's not my favorite episode. It's just the best one. So yeah, I would recommend, like, so do you see what I mean? So like, from if you want to watch some Trek, I can name off the best ones from each series to watch, and it'll be like, you'd get Trek. You may not say, oh, I want to watch more, but you'd get it. Do you understand what I mean? Like, oh, I see why people watch this shit. Now I get it. You is Weebo muted for everyone else? Hello?
Yes.
There, okay. God damn it. I'm like, I'm playing with my buttons and hitting mouse things, and I'm like, oh god, that's Weebo, isn't it?
I'm not okay.
Fuck.
I am okay, but I'm not okay. Okay? I muted myself so I could move the fan and then forgot that I muted myself.
I saw your mic. You have a Blue Yeti, but you've got the foamy thing covering it too. Is that right?
Yeah, I bought the foamy thing specifically so
Okay.
that there wasn't like a whole bunch of popping and sissing and whatnot.
Yeah, I've got the. I kind of want to buy the foamy thing for. I wanted to buy the foamy thing. My mic is giving up the ghost. I'm using my friend's mic. I borrowed it. I'm speaking into a mic which is not mine right now. Because if I use my own mic, I sound like I'm on bad AM radio.
Do you need another Yeti? Or do you need the fancy tech? The stuff that Snot's got.
Oh my god, a Shure 7B? Oh man, I'd punch an infant for a Shure 7B.
No, not an infant! What did they ever do to you? What did they do to deserve such a nonsense? I just saw an infant today, and let me tell you, sir, that would be a crime against humanity, especially if it's like one of the smiley infants, which I saw today. Oh my gosh, my heart, my poor heart. I would just... Maybe if it was an ugly and bad attitude having infant, then sure, maybe we can talk. But still, I'd be judging you harshly. Not an infant. Oh my gosh. Maybe a small child. A small child that was being a little shit and asking why too many times. That I could see.
No, because then it would be justified. It's like, what are you willing to do? You know, it's like...
Nope.
I mean, it is going in that direction because the
Yeah.
As my donation money goes together, yeah, it's obviously going to go towards a new mic because my mic is fucked. The large part of reason of borrowing this mic was to see, is it in fact a software problem or is it a hardware problem? And no, it's hardware. It's the fucking mic. It's the you know the little micro USB plug on the bottom of the mic, or the top, depending on which way you're hanging it. Yeah, that plug has gone totally jank. So I cracked it open to see if I could see a loose connection that may be a little bit of soldering or, you know,
Right.
whatnot. And it's like, no. And then I have cleaned it out as well. I used a separate cable to see if it was just the cable, not the mic, if you know what I mean. And like, no dice, man. It's just... And you know me, I've been talking about getting a new mic for a while, so that's what my donations are going to pile up and go towards. What would you do for a Klondike bar? That's what just came to mind too, Servant. That's funny.
I would walk to the fridge, open it. I'm sorry, the freezer, open it, take out the Klondike bar, and then eat it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Well, that's not. Have you ever seen the commercials?
I have. I'm being a
Okay.
dick. I'm
Okay,
being
I'm just wondering.
intentionally obstinate.
Fair enough.
Paul, I have a question.
What'd you do for a Klondike bar?
I
Now I
have-
want one. Did they ever make Klondike bars where it was mint ice cream inside? Was that ever a thing?
I have no idea. I am but a small child who is ignorant of commercials because I don't ever watch them. And I avoid
TV,
them
what
like
the hell's that?
plague. I know, right? Who watches TV anymore?
I
Not me,
I legitimately don't.
right?
I remember talking about like moving into my friend's place, and he's a tech nerd, right? When I'm talking
Right.
about like moving from where I'm at right now, and so he has a gorgeous home theater setup. I'm not gonna lie, like beautiful fucking TV. He could rattle off the specs like people can rattle off the specs of their personal build computers in that kind of way. 7.2 surround sound, which I didn't appreciate until I had sat in a room where
With it. Yeah.
the speakers were properly located for acoustics and whatnot, and it was fucking whoa. Okay then, and he's got all the services. You should see his monthly bill for streaming and cable, and like he does Disney Plus, he does Amazon, he does Netflix, he does you name it, he does it. Like it runs into crazy amounts, but that's his. What would you call it?
His
Extravagance? Yeah, vice, that kind of thing. That's what he splurges on, or whatever
Right.
you want to. He's a lot of people got to have the newest video card or whatever. He's got to have the newest media shit. It's like, oh, I got to replace this amp. Why? Because this other amp, has built-in blah 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 blah, and then I lose track of what he's talking about. So he's a performance hound for that shit. Anyway, why did I start talking about him? Oh yeah, so moving into his place, it's like, oh yeah, and so like the bill will be blah 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 blah, and I said, yeah, but all I need is the internet. He goes, so how much does that cost? He goes, well, you can't break that up separately because it's wrapped up in everything else. I said, dude, I am never gonna watch any of those ever. It's like no, we need to have a realistic conversation. He goes, no, seriously, you're never gonna watch like. I don't know. What's the Paramount's one that Star Trek is on?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the one that Star Trek is on, because I got them from perfectly legitimate sources online. I didn't watch them from the streaming service. Right. And it's like people, oh, well, don't you want to watch Disney Plus? Again, I can just get them from perfectly legitimate sources online.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, well, don't you want to watch like Netflix originals? No. No, I have no interest. And if it does happen to happen that I do want to watch them, I'll get them from perfectly legitimate sources online. So all I want is the internet connection, man. I'm more than willing to pay that half. But the rest of that's on you, brother. And he's like, oh, I was really hoping that bill would be cut in half. And I'm like, no.
Nope. Sorry.
You will never see me sitting in front of your TV watching something on a streaming service. You will see a USB stick into your fucking media center watching something that I got from perfectly legitimate sources online.
Naturally, yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, a peppermint Klondike bar does sound good. You like mint ice cream, right? You're normal.
No, actually, I don't. I only like mint in my gum.
You're kidding. You don't like mint chocolate? Mint
It's not
ice
my
cream?
favorite. I'm more of a Moose Tracks kind of girl, or a cookie dough ice cream kind of person.
I am drunk.
Nice.
So drunk, I cannot get up.
Next 6 minutes, thanks for $2.42. Well, dang, bro, here's toward your new mic. Blue Yetis are amazing mics. I'm using a Rode Podcaster. Ooh, jelly. That is a great fucking mic. With a, I don't even know how to say that. Oh, the Scarlett thing, the Focerite? Is that the company that makes Scarlett mixers? Fuckers site? And a cloud lifter. See, there's the thing, Weebo. When I'm wanting to get into XLR, right? So your $500 mic is really an $850 mic because you need reasonable cables,
right?
You need a cloud lifter, and you need a mixer. And the Scarlett mixer was the one that I was looking at, so it's like, yeah.
My brother has a Scarlett Studio that I gave him because way back in the day, before Weebo did all of this YouTube nonsense, she wanted to be a musician. She wanted to be a songwriter. And being the daddy's girl that I am, my father spared no expense in going to the nearest guitar center and buying me the Scarlett Studio, which I used maybe like 6 or 7 times to actually record myself on the mic. I found out that I wasn't very good at it. And then I just sat on it for a while, and I was like, I have the sound equipment. I don't know what to do with it. Luckily, Weebo's baby brother, Weebro Jones, super into music production. Like, super.
I remember that. Why didn't he ever start his fucking lo-fi hip-hop channel? Like, I was
Oh, he
pushing
has.
you to push it. Oh, did he? Cool.
Right,
Cool.
but,
Good.
like, he uses our real last name, so...
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't shill it for that reason, unfortunately. Or I would not shill it as, here, this is my baby brother. Check him out. So that's what he's doing now, in addition to his actual day job, which is also in the industry. Not music industry, but in production industry. So he's actually doing what it is that I could be doing as a producer person, kind of, in that sense. Anyway, I ended up giving it to him for his 18th birthday, and it's like a $300 system.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, Dad, would you be offended if I gave my brother the Scarlet Studio that you got me, because I feel like he would get more use out of it? And he's like, no, go the fuck ahead, do it. So I gave it to him, and that boy has produced some quality, top tier, ace content, my dudes.
I'm looking forward to it. And since I know who you are and where you live, I'll be able to go listen to it afterwards. Yay!
I could send you the link if you had trouble.
Fair enough.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't
And
like.
Sinatra's rating us. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, tell Sin you said hello.
Hi, Sin.
I hope you're enjoying your viewing of the fat ladies.
Oh my gosh. That.
The butter whale bonanza.
I have so many opinions about that, and none of them are nice.
No, they aren't. And I have got to give Sin mad credit that he can put up with it, man. Because it's like, I don't know if I'd be able to. No, I know I wouldn't be able to. Who am I kidding? It's...
Daddy's girl, so you will always be 9 years old to your daddy? Well, not actually. Like...
Yes, as a red-blooded male, I can confirm.
My dad doesn't give me everything for free. Like... For instance, the apartment that I am renting currently is managed by him. I do not get it for free rent. I get a deal on it, but I still have to work for that deal. If I didn't work for that deal, I would have to pay market price. So, my dad is
says second.
the drill sergeant that everyone loves to hate and hates to love. You know. Hi, Sin.
Oh, cool. We're being stream sniped. So do you want to go on to the villain's lair thing?
Yes, we can do that. Are you doing it in Discord?
I'm sharing my screen currently.
Oh, did I miss that?
Yeah.
Have I been busy?
No, you've been drunk.
That's the same thing. Okay.
Fair enough.
Give me 1 sec. I need to program the shenanigans better.
But yeah,
How
remember we
do
talked
I-
about like holding Alt and then shrinking it so you can like
said
cut down to the size of that one picture. And
Alt and... Oh, hang on. Alt.
Is it Alt, Shift, or Control? It's one of them.
It's Alt.
Is it?
Yeah.
To crop?
It's Alt. Yeah. It's just Alt. And then let's go... No, not down.
You want to click on the right side square and drag to the left. To clip off the... No, that's to the right. Your other right.
Did I ever tell you that I'm shit with directions? I get my right and my left confused all the time, and it's so bad. El Boyfriendo can't rely on me to give him directions from Google Maps because it's so bad. I'll go, turn this direction. You mean left? This? Yeah, that one. And I'll be like...
Can you see my mouse? Cool, you can even see my mouse. Okay, so this is a fire station.
Uh-huh.
Looks like a villain's lair, if you ask me.
It really does.
Yeah.
This looks like something out of a Nazi propaganda... Not Nazi propaganda, but like a Nazi dystopian society film, almost.
Yes. Yeah, this is the... it's a fire station in Italy.
Hail hydrant. Oh my gosh, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, this is... Like 1984 would have been like like the Ministry of Truth or the Ministry of Plenty.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God, when you see it like from further away, I mean, this giant basalt slab on the side of a mountain, and you know when you go inside, there's like it's full of henchmen doing evil things and
They're making
whatnot.
evil plans to
Yeah,
decimate the world or whatever.
or at least control it from this one place.
Right.
And yeah, guys, I get it. Like it's so Italy, right? So they got the laurels, and they got like the fire axe and the helmet, but it kind of looks like a hammer and sickle. I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little
Spectre HQ, exactly. Jesus, it's. Okay, are you ready for my favorite one? What I think is my favorite one?
bit. Yes.
Okay, look at this thing in Serbia. Oops.
What am I looking at?
Here, make it smaller. And smaller, just so you can see it. Look at that. Look at this thing.
Is that a rocket? Or is that...
Like these are the giant legs of it, and then as you can see, concrete, and then here's like suspended under it is the living quarters or the.
walking around?
This is where Lex Luthor hangs out and plots his nefarious schemes. Like
I'm so confused.
it really looks like this thing should be underwater. It looks like the Bond villains' headquarters that were underwater and then came up. Like this is. So yeah, this is a 100% real pic that's somewhere in Belgrade, Serbia.
Yeah, that looks like it would be Serbian. Because it's got
Does it?
all the cool tones, and you can't actually make out any colors, and it looks depressing.
And I mean, it really helps that there's someone in the picture for scale. So
Right.
you realize just how fucking monolithically huge this fucking thing is.
Indeed. Indeed.
I mean, that's a lot of concrete they poured, man. Holy fuck. Yeah, why? Why isn't it just okay?
It looks kind of like the butt of a rocket, though, to me. Like it's about to lift off into space.
I mean, it's a Cylon building. I mean, are you guys fucking kidding?
They even went as far as, like, okay, without the lighting, it wouldn't look that weird. It looked like a weird parking garage. Maybe. The red lights kind of make it look evil. No, actually, no. That one looks like it's something out of a Star Wars film.
You see, like even when you've got like pink, beautiful little flowers or whatever in the foreground, it still looks evil in the background. Like you can't get away from it. And it probably is just a parking garage, right? It's just really. And again, look at the amount of concrete they poured. Holy fuck!
Concrete is durable.
Yes, Assassin the Great. This looks like Skynet. This looks like Skynet's operational headquarters where the main servers and whatnot are. Yes. This is where they were trying to get to in Terminator Salvation, which is an underrated action movie.
Is it really?
Have you seen it? Did you like it?
I have not. I was just asking, is it...
If you take it as an action movie, yeah, it's fucking great. If you wanted to continue on with the Terminator lore, with the Connor family and them trying to,
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially when Skynet, the problem that everybody, well, at least a fuck ton of people that I've heard have with it, they always bring up, it's like, Bonham Carter, what's her name? The actress?
Helena
Bonham Carter. Skynet appears as her, like just kind of like talking to a character,
right.
One of the main characters in the film, and it's like Skynet isn't supposed to talk. Skynet's supposed to be, just a program that it doesn't talk. It just runs and it sends out Terminators for self-preservation and forms a war with the humans because the humans were trying to destroy it. Like it's just a series of ones and zeros. That's
right.
What's supposed to make Skynet so ominous. So to have Skynet appear as
humanoid,
anyone, much less a giant Helena Bonham Carter face at the end, kind of ruins the film for him. And I'm like, just don't think of it that way. Just think of it as a really cool action film. And because some of the sequences in it, the action sequences are fucking unbelievable. Yeah, the Cylon eyes, no question. I tell you what, I'm going to leave you with this for a second, Weebo, and I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I especially love the zoomy milk.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, thank you, Serpent21 for the donation. That building looks like Axis Chemicals from Batman. Axis Chemicals from Batman. Is that the same location where the Joker fell into that vat of chemicals and became... Or, well, it went from Joker to Joker? Not 100% sure. I need to really brush up on my Batman lore. Also, I'm drunk. So, that is my excuse. Married Tim Burton's. She's not married to Tim Burton anymore, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware. I noticed that we have the next 6 minutes in chat. No ho, buddy. Hugh, no? I think I said that right. Brando, Snoopy, Mr. Adam, Serpent21. I know I saw Assassins of the Grey in there somewhere. Nuke YouTube. Galaxy Shine. I really appreciate you guys being here, especially since I know half of you, maybe a little bit less than half, came from Sinits. I appreciate all of your presences. We're having a good time. I'm drunk. Polly's not, but he's having a good time at my expense, so that works. I feel like... So this is a good time for me to kind of hint, wink, wink at what it is that the next video is going to be. And I already started working on it. I know I said I was going to take a break, but I took some time while I was watching Inuyasha for the second time all the way through this afternoon to do some researching. I was kind of trolling the Reddit threads out of sheer enjoyment and whatnot. And I noticed, well, I'd already noticed, but I wanted to see what it was all about. But there is a Reddit subreddit entitled r/volunteers for Ukraine. And I have become enamored with the concept of Reddit bros going off to fight in the next World War. Of their own volition, without having been drafted and whatnot. And so, I decided, without very much, fanfare, that was what the next video was going to be. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The working title right now is, Reddit Warriors, or Rise of the Reddit Warriors, or it's going to be... Ukraine's Reddit Legion, something of that nature. And I'm gonna have an absolute fun time doing it, but I need a costume. It's gonna take a minute. I'm hoping only 2 weeks, but it's probably gonna take longer than that. But I'm gonna need a costume. I know that. So once I have the script written, I will get to business filming everything and getting all the materials in play. And hopefully by that time, World War III will not have destroyed the entirety of the universe before I have time to actually create my video, because I have some stellar ideas that will go into this highly entertaining video. Hi, Polly.
Hello.
I was just talking about my next video.
Oh. Yeah, it's just that I was taking my headphones off. That milk bottle thing is just that's the browser doing that.
Yeah.
See, that's why it moves. It's like in plus and minus. Demilked.
Sign in. Oh. Are you being demilked?
Well, the website is demilked.com. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Go away.
Right.
Go away, demilked. Minus. No, I will not sign in. Do I have an account yet? No, and I don't want one. Oops.
Daniel Fullman, Weebo, what presents do you prefer? Store-bought, homemade, or doing something with the giver? I prefer things that are less material, to be honest. I like interactions with people. Like memorable, fun, interesting interactions with people. More than I like actual material items. I don't know if that's because I'm at a stage in my life where I don't have much use for material items. That's probably part of it. I can't really do much with things. I can do a lot more with the experiences that people give me. That's where I'm at, though. Anyway, Polly, evil villain lair things.
The bridge that Loki built.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
looks
Yeah. It's hold on.
Is it ominous and villainy because of the fog? And it would be less so.
It helps.
If it was
Oh, are those
not
fucking
foggy
streetlights? It
I
didn't even
think-
occur to me that they might be functional. It's like, oh wait a minute, maybe they're fucking streetlights. If you saw it at night, it'd look even more evil.
Would it though? Because if it was lit up, where is that? Where there's got to be a picture of it in less pleasant form or in more pleasant form, right?
Do you want to? Do you want to find out?
Yes, let's do that. Let's do some internet investigation.
Go. Tina. They're hiring.
Are they really?
Well, that's what it says.
Fun.
Villain building architecture. Right. Comments. The spiky structure identified by one reader as the bridge. Well, that helps.
The bridge, not a bridge. The bridge.
Spooky enough for a supervillain, sure. Sci-fi, blah, blah, blah. Holy fuck! That just looks like an environmental disaster, not a villain.
Right?
Actually, you know what that looks like? Axis Chemicals from 1989 Batman, if anyone is nerdy enough to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh my god, someone actually brought that up earlier.
What?
When you weren't here, it was Serpent21. He said the building looks like Axis Chemicals from Batman. 7 minutes ago, I swear to God.
Holy fuck, we're nerds. Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
The green does it.
The Riverside Museum in Glasgow, Scotland is given it with a green hue, illuminating an unusually shaped exterior. Yeah, guys, your museum straight up looks like the Hall of Evil.
Later.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Evil.
Right? I mean, it looks CGI'd. It looks so fucking evil. You know what I mean?
What is the utility of that, though? But, like, just why? What is the functionality of having it like that?
I just read this building in Russia, thought by some people online to be a hotel in Dolinska, which offers 24-hour front desk and a shared kitchen along with Wi-Fi throughout. Oh, excellent.
It does definitely look like something from Russia.
Yeah.
That's not a compliment.
Wow. Okay, yeah, so this building. Wow. That's something. Jesus. Okay. We got some fisheye shit happening here. With no
It looks like they zoomed out.
This unlikely edifice is Oakley's headquarters, Foothill Ranch, Lake Forest, USA. That's right, Oakley, as in the sunglasses manufacturer. Really?
As in Lake Forest, Illinois?
Foothill Ranch, Lake Forest. Yeah, I don't know. Is there in
There's a Lake Forest, Illinois.
In Illinois, there is? Okay.
Furious typing. Oh, it's in California. Never mind. It's not in Illinois. Sorry. I tried.
I love this. This is we just ended up over at Daily Mail, and it's like Little Nas X channels Kim Kardashian in partly blah 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 after threatening to quote resign from the Illuminati end quote if he doesn't win.
That's a joke. He's messing with the people.
You think his whole career has been nothing but messing with the people. I mean,
God, I love it. He's a troll. He's an absolute troll, and I love it. If I was famous, that is exactly what I would do.
You'd make a video where you're giving the devil a lap dance?
If it fucked with enough people?
Yeah.
Yes, and I would make the devil my boyfriend. It would be great.
Wonderful. Okay, moving along.
I don't think you understand how far I would go to fuck with people. Not like fuck with people, but like to fuck with people.
Okay, so one commentator, whatever that's worth, identified this as naval fire control towers built by the Nazis during World War II in Gersigny and France. Yeah, it looks. Yeah. It seems about right.
That looks right.
Yeah.
That looks like something the Nazis would build. Okay.
This spiky structure was identified by one reader as the bridge over Waja Valimira, Latvia. It said it doesn't look quite so intimidating in better weather. Yeah, so you're right about the fog.
Okay, now I want to see. Valmira, Latvia. I spelled half of that wrong. I know it.
Yes, that was a sneeze. Thank you, Joshua Montgomery. I appreciate that.
Gesundheit. Oh yeah, it does look a lot better in daytime. Here.
So I want to see it illuminated with the fog at night.
All right, I'm putting in poly image dump. There you go.
Okay.
Oh no.
Along the Maginot line, right, Adam?
I fucked up. No. I want to do the live. Watch. How do I watch the stream? How do I watch? Fuck. Okay, figured it out. We got it. Phew. I can't do the thing.
This cathedral, thought to be Uppsala Cathedral in Uppsala, Sweden, seems to be shooting laser beams out from its windows. I guess. To just... I don't know. I don't find that ominous. I just don't.
It's not super ominous. More the red lights are ominous.
Yeah. The red lights more than... So they got spotlights. Big fucking deal.
You ever been driving through the Midwest, Polly?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Recently?
No, not recently.
Okay. I don't know how recently it would have been, but...
It's like a year ago or whatever.
Okay, that counts. That counts. I meant like recently as in like the last 5 years, the last decade.
Yeah.
Just when I would have been in college. Okay, have you ever stumbled across a patch of the Midwest where it's basically just open farm country with a slight twist, and that twist being we have all of these windmills going ham and apeshit across the Midwest countryside?
No, I have never seen windmills across the Midwest countryside while driving.
Well, if you're driving in the dark in the Midwest, in windmill country, they blink red lights, and it looks so fucking creepy as you're
Don't
going.
do mushrooms, the tracers will kill you.
Kind of. It's like, it feels like aliens are invading. Because they blink on, and then they all blink off in sync, then they blink on, and they blink off. And I just want you to imagine 1,000 tiny little red lights in the distance and surrounding you as you're driving on the highway in the dark. In the
Are the
middle
red
of
lights
nowhere.
like at the tips of the windmill blades?
Mm-hmm. No, not at the tips, but at the top of where the access point is.
Okay.
They're just blinking on and off and on and off and on and off and all in sync. And you can't see anything else. So it's just this red light floating in midair. 1,000 of them in the darkness. And it's so fucking creepy.
Nope.
Yeah, windmill country. I kid you not. It is a thing. It exists. It's everywhere in the Midwest. That looks like something out of a Tim Burton Batman movie, almost.
Yeah. And I love how he became Jewish. Batman.
The Batman. Hello, Mr. Batman. Or Batman. Fuck. Now that you pointed it out, I can't not stop myself from doing it.
I can't go fight the Riddler tonight. It's Rosh Hashanah.
Lord!
Okay, so this bank in Frankfurt, Germany gives off a sickly green glow, which makes it stand out even more than the surrounding of quaint buildings. Yeah, is that Chase? Isn't that their
Chase,
corporate logo?
It would be blue first off, let's be honest.
Well, I don't know.
Chase's
Why is the bank radioactive green to begin with? I don't think we could start questioning colors.
We're missing a side. The Chase logo is a square. Or,
Is
no,
it?
not a
Okay.
square. I'm sorry. It has a square in the middle, but it's like Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like an octagon with a square in the middle. Oh, it kind of looks like a swastika.
It kind of looks like a swastika.
Oh, it kind of looks like a swastika.
Are you okay, Weebo? If you look closely, are you noticing like down the side of this so-called quaint building, all of the sculptures that they've bothered with? Like, there's an eagle sitting on top of some vegetation, and then a naked lady. Are you seeing all that?
Oh, I do see it. Is that Medusa? No, it's not Medusa. That looks like a tree, maybe. You can't really tell from this distance, can you?
Yeah, but it looks like a hologram. Yeah, it looks like a bad Photoshop effort where somebody just like nothing but cloudy in the background, and somebody just dropped this building in. You know what I mean?
Well, not just that building, but all of the buildings in the more immediate space look like they've been photoshopped in place of...
This building on the right? Yeah, totally looks like it's just been dropped there because there's no distinction between the building behind it and this one. Do you know what I mean? It just dropped.
I feel like the background buildings, the ones before the radioactive green light, those look like they've been superimposed from somewhere completely different. Like, the light doesn't match. It looks janky as fuck. It looks like a bad Photoshop job.
Hey, moving along.
Oh my god, it looks like a tank.
What?
Am I wrong?
Yes, it does.
It looks like a tank.
This is fuck around and find out the building. Like it's
Mess with me and you will be blown apart into oblivion.
Oh, it's even got a song. Cool. This is the Sharite Research Facility for Experimental Medicine. And it was the Central Animal Laboratory of the Free University of Berlin. Oh my god, every word there sounds extremely suspect.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
This is the Sharite Research Facility for Experimental Medicine and was the Central Animal Laboratory of the Free University of Berlin.
The
For
Free
fuck's
University.
sake.
Of course it would be Berlin. Does anyone expect anything less at this point from the Germans?
I mean, like, people are looking at this in Wuhan going, why don't we have one of those?
Right?
Jesus, Germans. What the... Wow.
It looks like a fucking destroyer, almost.
Yeah, what kind of experiments are they doing in there? They don't want to say. It's just experimental medicine. Oh my god, you're making pigmen, aren't you?
Probably. Clones for all.
Good lord. Oh, there it is! The Thing!
We found it!
Yeah, The Thing.
This looks like something out of a space exploration movie. Did you ever watch that movie? Oh god, was it called The Arrival? With...
I know of it, but no, I haven't
Jeremy
seen it.
Renner. It kind of reminds me of that movie, except not. But that movie was also super fucking confusing. It fucked with your mind a little bit, and it was very confusing. It was almost like Inception, but not really. Inception was more easily understandable, I think, personally.
Oof. Okay, and do we get to find out? Identified by readers online as the Avila Tower in Belgrade, Serbia, this structure is 204 meters or 672 feet tall, and it is a telecommunications tower that can be found on Mount Avila. Why would you need to make a communications tower that's like this?
I was just about to say, why?
Are there all sorts of like really tall spiky antenna coming out of the top or something? I just don't understand.
Why did we need this?
Serbia apparently has a lot of surplus concrete that they just needed to use, man. Keeping in mind that the entire, like, platform that I'm assuming she is standing on is all concrete as well. Like, fuck.
I'm waiting for that thing to, like, drop an egg and immediately fall on that person. Like the communications hub, just kind of... And that's it.
What?
What?
Whoa. What the fuck? Prague TV tower, already an unearthly looking structure, was made even spookier by the addition of these features created by artist David Cerny in '04. The artwork is called Babies. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna go ahead. Send this off to Farah.
Are you ruining her night? Ollie, is
Yes.
that what's happening here?
Yes. There she is. Hold on. Paste. There we go. This.
I don't think she will appreciate this.
You make it sound like I'm the only one. I get shit from her that makes no fucking sense throughout the day with no fucking context. It happens. It's like, here, look at
Are
this.
you not the elder? Should you not be being more responsible?
Okay, believe me, she's the worst of the two of us. What? Okay, babies. So let's yeah, we got to look up the butt. But what's with the heads? What's going on there?
They're sucklings, right? Get it? So babies suck, and their faces.
And there's clearly rectangular nipples in the world, and right, makes perfect sense. Yes.
No, I meant like it's not just their mouth that is sucking. It is their entire face that is doing like, and their face is caving in upon itself, as they are sucking. I don't
Stop
like the
trying to
fact.
justify it, Weebo. It can't be done. Okay.
You know what? I'm not comfortable with using the words suck and baby in the same paragraph, so we're just gonna continue on. I am uncomfortable. This looks like something out of Watchmen.
The Cathedral of Learning in Pittsburgh is often referred to as Sauron due to its uncanny likeness to the character in The Lord of the Rings. You think? I mean, it's a fantastic building. Why are you making the top of it look like it's an eye of evil?
I want you to look up Sauron's tower, please and thank you. We need that side-by-side comparison.
For those who don't know.
For those who do not understand Lord of the Rings references, as well as I do. Whew.
Images. Oh, there's the Eye of Evil.
You gotta do the tower.
Gotta do the tower.
Type Sauron tower. Because if you just
Tower.
type in Sauron, you're gonna get an eclectic amount.
Oh, yeah,
of
there we go.
shenanigans. There you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't feel like that works.
There we go. That kind of thing.
That's not even it. No, go up, go up.
I
go up.
know it's not it. Is this actually it?
Yes, that's it. That's closer
There
to
we
it.
go.
Yeah. There you go. No, you
Awesome. Yep. And if we go back, yeah.
That
I
seems
wonder why
pretty
they.
close.
Gee, I wonder why they call it Sauron.
Sauron's tower.
Jeez.
I love it. Personally,
I mean, that's a cathedral. Like it just keep it. I don't get it. Like I understand the bottom part of the building is immense and stuff, and like what's happening all up here? Like, it looks like an apartment building.
Maybe they added on to it? Who are we to judge what architects do?
Yeah,
Actually, that's
it's
not
so
true.
funny. Snoopy just said the Ghostbusters are needed. Yeah, it looks like the apartment building that Dana Barrett lived in Ghostbusters.
Architects be wacky, yo. Maybe he was a Lord of the Rings fan.
This structure, which is obviously the Space Needle, for those who don't know, could be set in a horror movie. Yeah, well, when you see it in like daylight and stuff, this is just bad day in Seattle, huh?
It kind of reminds me of the Jetsons almost. But I've eaten up at the top of the Space Needle. There's a restaurant up there, yeah.
Was it good?
It was alright, yeah.
Does it turn? Does the top of it turn?
It does!
Does it really? Cool.
Yes.
I've heard about such places.
My grandmother took me and my cousins and my brother on all of these fun little excursions across the United States when we were wee little children. And that was one of the things that we did. And, you know, her being the best grandma ever wanted us to have all of these experiences. There you go. It was really cool. There's a whole museum, too, at the bottom. But you have to
How fast was it
reserve
spinning? Like,
months
do you
in
get
advance.
stuck to the wall?
No. It's not that
Oh.
fast. It's a casual spin. It's not bad.
Oh, and that's
Is that it? If it
After that's
was
just comments.
a stick to the wall spin, pretty sure you wouldn't be able to eat up there.
Because the food would stick to the wall as well.
Yeah, everything would just fall off the tables.
No, they could just give
immediately.
you like astronaut MREs or whatever they eat when they're floating. See, now that would be cool. A restaurant that's spun in such a way that you were in constant free fall, so you could like experience
have to-
weightlessness.
In order to experience zero gravity, you have to go up really high and then come back down really fast.
Yeah. Would you
But-
do the thing with the planes where they train for 0G, where it goes up really high and then comes down at that very particular rate of speed and incline that you're weightless? I think you get a few minutes out of it.
Yeah,
And then
I
they
would
go
do that.
then they go back. I would do it too.
I would do that.
Yeah.
As long as I couldn't see outside.
Well, they do have windows, but I think
As
it'll
long as
probably
I could not see outside.
all you're gonna see is clouds. Like it's just gonna be white.
As long as I could not experience the feeling of, oh, you might fall, we're good. Because I am slightly afraid of heights.
It would be a bizarre head trip because you'd start thinking about like physics in a very practical way. Because you're like, I'm not weightless. I'm falling. I'm just being covered from the effects of falling because I'm in a giant capsule.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why I don't feel the wind rushing up at me, etc. So it's just like, whoa, trippy, fucking trippy. Yeah, I'd do it. You can pay to do it.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's like some like Elon Musk, like I'm gonna go do this for the weekend because I haven't before type shit. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just for the experience of it all. I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
As so long as I could not see outside. Or
No, I
had the
hear you.
experience that I was falling. I went, okay, so for our anniversary, me and El Boyfriendo, we went to a rock climbing facility. And I didn't realize how much I was afraid of heights until I was 15 feet up, suspended by a rope and hanging on for dear life to the rock wall, and I couldn't go up anymore unless I, like, jumped up. I was so terrified of jumping.
Yep.
Because I'm short, you know? The distance between parts of my body was not in such a way that was conducive to a fun climbing experience in most cases. So my arm, my grabbing arm, was far away from where my foot would be. So I would have had to not been holding on with either of my hands securely
Right.
while pushing up with my foot in order to get to the next level. And I would have had to trust that I wouldn't have been pushing myself away from the wall at the same time. I was connected to a rope, so I wouldn't have actually fallen to my death at any point, but it was still freaking me out while I was doing it. And I was so nervous, my hands were sweating, it was very hard to grab on, and my arms were giving out. It was so bad. And her boyfriend was just going up right next to me like a spider monkey with very little effort. And I go to myself, what am I doing at the gym that is not translating to this wall here, right now? I was so angry. It was so bad. Sorry, total tangent. You ever go rock climbing, Polly?
Only the gym kind that you've talked about, yeah.
Yeah. I can do roller coasters without that much issue. El Boyfriendo is more afraid of roller coasters than I am, but it's definitely, if there is a very real possibility of me falling, I am nervous. It's not nearly as bad as my snake phobia, but it's pervasive. It's definitely crippling. That being said, I will absolutely go skydiving one time in my life. Just to say that I did. And that's the end of my story. Callie? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, you
I
are
was
still
just
there.
I was just reading about what joke LeVar Burton told about at Will Smith's expense. I was curious what it was.
Did
LeVar Burton was a presenter, whatever, announcer, like, and our next presenter will be. I love how they have presenters for presenters. That's great.
Because that's not overbloated at all.
Yeah. LeVar Burton says, so I need to caution, I want to warn all of you that our next presenter is a comedian, if you know what I mean. So, I need to caution everybody, remain in your seats and keep your hands to yourself.
No! That's great. Are you displaying that? Or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, wow, you're making... I mean, the thing's sort of talked to death, except until I found out that on Friday night he resigned from the Academy, Smith.
Did he really?
Yeah. So that's a DC firing, Weebs. That's not... You don't resign from the Academy. For personal choices, and I feel it's the right thing to do, blah, blah, blah. Bro, they DC fired you.
They told you to fuck the fuck off.
Yeah.
Get out or we'll tell you to get out.
That's how they do it in government, right?
Right.
Where there's any reason, that's what I mean, like Washington, D.C. firing, or corporate firing, but you know, the saying is D.C. fired, which means like, okay, we will accept your resignation. And that's not a offer. They're telling you that. So it's like, if you don't do so effective immediately and briefly and with no mention of anything, we'll fucking fire your ass. And nobody wins that way. And it'll be worse for you. So why don't you just resign and keep some dignity?
Reason
and then you can make up whatever
452.
fucking story you want.
Right. Yeah, no, reason number 452 why I don't think this was staged. It's absolutely 100% done on
man,
purpose.
I never thought it was. Never thought it was.
There is no benefit.
Will Smith yelling and Chris Rock's reaction were too awkward and realistic, if you understand what I'm saying. Like,
right.
Especially Chris Rock's. Like, he was fumbling and didn't know what to say next. And understandably, I'm not criticizing him, because it was out of nowhere. The way he looks off camera, it's you can't fake that feeling of awkward that you felt right through the screen for Chris Rock when he looks like, are we going to commercial or what? No, we're not. Okay, fuck. Like, it just, yeah. And Will Smith yelling like that, like, dude. No.
I almost wish Chris had made another joke right after that.
Yeah.
Like, Will, it's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. That's Jada's job.
Man.
Right?
And she showed up at the Grammys, because I was at like Mirror.uk or whatever for those villain Lair pictures, and yeah, there was Jada Pinkett Smith at the Grammys. No fucking shame, this woman. Like, can you just like give it a break for a month? 30 fucking days. Don't appear on a red carpet anywhere. Like, what is it you do again? Oh, I host the Red Table?
That's a good question. What is it that Jada Pinkett Smith does? Like, actually.
She possesses the last name Smith? Yeah, well, she hosts the Red Table. That's her show, her little... You know, the one where she,
yes, but...
cocked Will Smith in public?
How
or actually felt bad for him?
How did she get to that point? Jada Pinkett Smith...
Oh, but she's an actress. She's been in, like she was in...
Oh, she was in The Matrix?
Yeah, she was Captain Nairobi. Captain Niobe. Niobe?
She was in Gotham. Oh,
yeah.
She made a good fish Mooney, I will say. Madagascar.
She was in Collateral. If you haven't seen, it's a fantastic Michael Mann film, and I cannot stand Jamie Foxx, and it's still a very good movie.
She was in Penguins and the Madagascar movies. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have actually seen her on film.
She made an attempt at having a rock band, which is worth watching on YouTube just to see it happen, because it's really something.
Wicked Wisdom. that's a shitty music video, and I'm only seeing like 30 seconds of it. Not even.
That's the best part of watching her with her rock band is when she sings how much she overacts, like melodramatically over emphasizes facial expressions and gestures and the pained look and the angry look and like wow. There are stage actors in off Broadway plays that know how to rein it in better than you.
Is that her? No, that's Willow.
I must have a USB 45 because of Collateral. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen all the videos of people trying to recreate that shooting that he does in the alley. Where yeah, it's tough. You should watch Collateral. It's a good Michael Mann film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is in it as a guy who's come to town to fulfill a few contracts.
Fulfill a few contracts, you say?
Yes.
Oh. Oh
To
my.
retire some marks, if you will.
Indeed. Yeah, I didn't realize Jada was in as many things as she was. I thought she was just kind of like famous because of her famous husband, and I don't know, maybe she was like a model at some point, but she's got credits to her name.
Well, she does, but virtually pretty much. So does Jaden Smith. And why? Okay, same thing.
Right.
I mean, look at her career prior to marrying Will Smith. That's Jada Smith.
They married in
Jada
1997.
Pinkett, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And it's like, what are her credits? Oh, here and there, if you know what I mean. Like, she was in
The Nutty Professor.
the Cosby Show spin-off.
Menace to Society.
Different World. That's right, yeah, she was. She was the love interest in Menace to Society.
She's in Scream 2. Jason's Lyric, A Low Down Dirty Shame. A Different World. The Tales from the Crypt. Princess Mononoke. Looks like an anime. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, alright. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Any acting clout she has, she got from her husband.
Yeah. Like, one has to be forced to wonder that what her career would have looked like had she continued on without having married him. You see what I'm saying? Like, without that clout that comes with that. Because, I mean, like, Jane Smith wouldn't have been in shit, and nobody would, like, if he was just some high school kid or whatever the fuck, like, I mean, just, he'd be that creepy weirdo that would have got the shit kicked out of him every day, because he's, fucking weirdo talking about how he, walnuts have intelligence we don't understand, and all this shit,
I mean, I did not hate her as Fish Mooney in Gotham. I will say that. She made a decent impression on me, but apparently not enough of an impression for me to be like, oh, that's Jada! Granted, I think I have some sort of face blindness, to be honest. Like, I don't remember people's faces as well as I should. I don't think. It's something I've noticed about myself since I've been an adult person and having to make my own friends with people that I don't see every single day. What is that called? It's not aphasia. It's like...
superficiality?
Face blindness. There's an actual word for it.
No, I know. I'm just being an asshole.
Oh, ha ha ha. Prosopagnosia. Because, like, I can recognize people's faces after, like, the 6th or 7th time of seeing it, but genuinely, I have trouble actually recalling people's faces and putting it to names and recognizing people that I've seen before, so it sucks, but there it is.
It's fine.
And so if you ever dox yourself to me, you don't have to worry about it, chat. I'll be like, who? Is that the one with the face? Yeah? Okay. Cool. But I don't think it's anything super, like, serious. Because I still remember faces, just not very well. Maybe I'm just not paying very good attention.
I got the same thing with names. It'll take a second. I remember faces, and I can tell you all kinds of shit about someone's career, movies they've been in, lines that they've had, and what's their name. You know.
Directions, faces, names. If I don't see the person, go the same place, or talk to that person like more than, or like interact with that person more than once, I'm not gonna retain it. Ever. Regular person syndrome. I like that, because that means that I'm not a freak. I don't want to be a freak. I want to be normal, Polly.
Are you feeling apricot-y there, Weebs?
Apricot-y? Yeah. I'm about 9 minutes from being apricot-y. I'm starting to feel it. I stopped drinking about 10 minutes ago, and so after that follows the sleepiness.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And I'm drinking wine, so I need to drink a whole bunch of water before I go to bed. In hopes
all
that
that sugar.
Well, that, and also, like, it wine dehydrates you a lot, and it fucks me up for another day and a half if I drink too much of it. And I'm on that cusp.
Gotcha.
So I need to drink water, and I need to take an Advil to preempt that morning hangover that I know I'm going to have.
Sure.
Especially if I'm going to do a birthday morning stream. Something with coffee. I don't know if it's going to be a gaming stream or if it's just going to be me hanging out. I'm not sure. But I want to chill.
What morning are you talking about? Like
Tomorrow morning.
Well, no, I know, but like how early in the morning is what I'm asking.
Whenever, after I wake up, whenever I have my coffee.
It's streaming straight from then?
Yeah. For like an
shit.
hour or so. Like, I don't want to make a big deal about my birthday. I just want to be kind of chill, relaxing. I want to enjoy my day off. I don't want to be stressing out about anything, which is why I didn't want to organize anything super crazy. I just wanted to not... Like, the biggest gift that anyone could ever give to me is to take all of my burdens off my plate for a day and just make me relax.
Gotcha.
Not have to worry about anything. It's the single greatest present anyone could give to me, because every single day I have 8 million things to do and 8 million things to worry about, and if I didn't have to worry about them, it would be so nice. I will take my vitamins. Thank you, Assassins of the Grey. But yeah, that would be the greatest happy birthday present ever. But I don't think anyone could actually get to that point. Mainly because I come up with things on the fly that need to be done. And I don't think anyone can read my mind about that. Like, no one can preempt what Weebo comes up with in our head of what needs to be done.
Sounds like you're making up your own problems. Fuck.
You're probably right. Like, there's no reason why my budgeting system needs to be as complicated as it is. There's no reason why I need to file all of my everything away like I do. Like, there's no reason why I should actually keep all of the receipts that I have spent in the last month and file them away in date order.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
Thank you, JTRW, for the donation. Narfle, that Garthak. Appreciate it. Probably were you going to say something?
Yeah, that totally didn't break my concentration.
Well, we were talking about my annoying tendency to file all my receipts in
these
date
are receipts
order.
that you're filing away, receipts that like aren't even related to taxes, nothing? You're just filing away everything?
So anything that has a card associated with it, I keep.
Mm-hmm.
And I put in a pile, and then at the end of every month, I staple that pile together, and I put it in a box. And I keep stacking things on top of that box, just in case I need to check my records. And then, like, every 7 years, I'll get rid of that 7th year aways receipt.
Oh, 7 years. Very nice.
Right.
Jesus Christ, isn't worried about that at all. It's
It's something. Okay, so it's something that my dad ingrained in me from an early age, because when my stepmother left in freshman year, I was all of a sudden the woman of the house, and so Dad gave me a credit card that I could use to purchase groceries and gas for the car, and any other essentials that needed to be paid for that he didn't have like any immediate cash for, because he couldn't always be there to take me and my brother to and fro wherever we needed to go after school or what have you. So I was basically like playing second parent, which is unfortunate, but it was literally the only thing that I could do. So he gave me a credit card, and it was in my name, and he said, Weebo, keep all the receipts, and then give them to me whenever you have them, just so that I can keep track of everything.
right.
So I gave him the receipts, and that was that. And I held on to them like a heathen. And I haven't broken myself of that habit. And thank you again, JTRW, who donated to say, wonder what random clip this will trigger. It's every 5 up until 30 at this point, and then there's one at 100, and then there's one at 200.
Woohoo!
So I don't have nearly as many as Polly, but I have some. And then there's a default one, which is the SpongeBob one. But yeah, that's why I hold on to my receipts, because Dad ingrained it in me at an early age, and that early age was 14, 15.
So, Dad Bo's responsible for this pathology of yours.
Just the receipt one. Everything else is a pathology held over from being at school and never throwing any paper away because I might need it. You know?
Yeah,
So,
that's true. Every single piece of paper related to anything academic related, because like if you pay fees and then the fees office have asked me to pay fees that I've already paid multiple times.
Right?
Yeah, multiple times where it's like, well, we're going to need proof from your bank because we don't have any record of that. And it's like, yeah, but you took the fucking money, didn't you? You don't have any fucking record of that.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, JTRW, who donated 30 to say rated R. Hang on, there's definitely a donation associated with the $30 one. Hang on. I don't know why it didn't kick off, but it's definitely associated with that. Donations. The $30 one. Okay, I'm sorry.
What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
I know it says only 25, but it's also, I think, the $30 one. But that one's that.
Oh, yeah, and you were all on me for the punching an infant comment. I see.
Right. Okay, so we got a minute left. Polly, is there anything that you want to show?
Just AAA this week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 Eastern, 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island.
Nothing else?
Well, we got stuff we're doing.
Oh!
We got together and we actually practiced the thingy
Hang on.
with the
Fuck.
stuff.
I forgot about this one. Okay, alright. So, I don't know why it's not in the donations. I put it up there. But I definitely did it. But it's not up there. But this is the actual 31. Now that I'm checking to make sure, this is the actual 31.
Okay, I see.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape, the super strong waterproof tape that can instantly patch, bond, seal, and
God damn it. Okay, that's the $30 one. I thought there was another one. And I was like, where is it? It's not here. Yes, it is. It's in the Super Chats alerts, not the Streamlabs ones for whatever reason.
Ah.
I'm a dum-dum. I'll fix it. Anyway, sorry. Polly, why aren't you putting out more content? Damn you.
Is that what people want, more content? I don't think they do.
I want more content. I love Polly
Do you?
content.
Oh, talk about your last video. Your last video was awesome.
Oh, my Based in Black Pill video?
I liked it.
I liked it too, especially the last 5 minutes. I put so much effort into that one. That was where I felt I really shone. Because up until that point, it was all like a... It was a shit post. It was a, here's what we did. Aren't we so great? Pat self on back. Oh my gosh, isn't this great? But also kind of satirical. This doesn't do jack shit. And it's just tedious and annoying. And that's it. But then...
As much as you do, as much effort as you put into videos, you should do, like, think about doing, like, short trailers for them where, like, this video's going up in the next 2 days, and it's, like, just, like, a 30-second cut up of it. Yeah.
Right.
As much work as you put in. Yeah.
I did that with A Rise of the Planet of the Aspies, but I don't think that really helps. Do you remember
Maybe
that
it doesn't
series?
help. It's yeah. But it's just, even if even if it doesn't help, it's still cool. I like the idea of video trailers.
Yeah, I do too. If I get like really super into the editing, then I definitely will. But I was running short on time. I was already behind where I wanted to be with this video, and I was like sick of editing it because as you and I were talking about it, the program kept quitting on me and I kept losing progress, and it was so disheartening. And I got to the point where I was like, I just want to be done with this. It's been too long. I don't want to touch it anymore. I'm over it. I like the final product.
Right?
I did adjust it.
Good.
So that did work out. But I just I think if I work on a video too long, it gets to the point where I lose the enjoyment of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, Polly.
You? I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
Yes, me. I do. In fact, have a tendency.
I'm sure you're reacting, but you minimized OBS or Discord again, so I can't see what you're doing.
Fuck, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, I overcomplicate things. To my own
I've seen your
detriment.
schedule. Mm-hmm.
Probably not the healthiest mindset.
Well, you're the one who got me to start using my phone scheduler. It's worked out okay.
It does help. The calendar does help, but I don't think I need to necessarily color code everything. I just like it visually.
The scheduler's fine. The color coding's a little... Well, that's an aesthetic choice. That's fine, too.
Right, but it's definitely a little bit more effort than it needs to be. I probably
Now,
could ease up on my...
Your
like,
comic
pressure.
book video, rating comic book men, that was too much. That was just...
No, I think that was just right. Because that
Yeah.
one... That
No, it
one...
wasn't.
That one I did just to one-up you.
Well, that you did several times over. I mean, Jesus Christ. Graphs and charts and flow patterns and holy shit. Use of formulas, literal formulas.
I think it was El Boyfriendo that said that spite is one hell of a motivator. I don't know if spite was so much the motivator there as it was just the, let's see how far I can take this joke. And it worked. It worked out very well. I enjoyed the making of that video. I enjoyed the producing of that video. I enjoyed the filming of that video, or the recording of that video. I enjoyed the uploading.
The audio of it was fun.
Yeah.
It was.
I enjoyed every aspect of that production, from start to finish.
That's what I got to think of, is some stuff that I can do like that. Like top 10 women of the MCU or whatever, and then separate audio recording, and then off to the races with the audio video editing of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That sort of thing. I'm gonna think of thing like that. And then your only job, like my only job, was to come along and be judgmental. You know,
it's something I enjoy doing immensely.
Yeah, it's like, Weebo, show up on a Saturday at around 10:30 where you're going to judge my opinion on things as I
can do
coordinate and
I
make
would.
lists.
You gotta get me like 3 weeks out though.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Gotta book me 3 weeks in advance. And that's not a joke, okay? That's not a joke. And I feel bad that it's not a joke because I don't mean to do this. It just happens. Like next Saturday, my mother is having a birthday party for me. The Saturday after that, I'm doing Easter eggs with my nibblings. The Saturday after that, I'm free. So.
Yay.
I'm not kidding. 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah. So, and that's why Weebo schedules things like at a very particular time, like cocktail hour, so she could definitely be.
I want to go to bed now. I like how we started at the beginning. Or we ended at the beginning. We rounded it out very nicely.
It's moved in a circular pattern.
This is very cyclical.
Did you wonder where I was at? Like, it's like, I'm super fucking late starting this thing, and Polly's later than I am. It's like, no, I'm waiting for you to text me to tell me we're ready to go. Because you said you didn't know when you were going to be back. And I was like, it's fine, text me. I've got shit to do. And I did. And I thought, well, fuck, it's been like a while. Maybe I should go check to... She's live, for God's sake!
I'm just gonna go away now. Bye!
Oh man, I wish I had a seat that reclined like that.
I'm going away!
That's really nice, actually.
It
Wow.
really is. This is how I watch movies, actually, in the Discord. Well, not exactly like this, but... Kind of.
Yeah, every chair that I've gone to look for, any chair worth it is like 200 or more. It's crazy town.
Yep.
Office chairs,
about
gamer
right.
chairs, etc.
Yep.
You know, it's if you buy a cheap chair, you know.
Oh,
You know where you should get your gamer chair or office chair from? Someone who's getting rid of theirs. That's where you should get it from. Because otherwise, you're going to pay a lot. This is my point. Like if you're poor, like I'm poor, yeah.
I don't know about that. Because I know what people do in their chairs.
Oh, God. Why'd you even bring that up? Ugh.
So why would you want someone else's chair funk? Even if it is for a reduced price. There's a reason for that, Polly. Are you sure that you want
Well, I thought they were
funk?
just upgrading chairs. I didn't think about them fucking doing all sorts of whatever in it.
And it doesn't even have to be, like, anything remotely out there. Just everyday bodily functions. Imagine them eating at their desk. So just drop something on the chair.
Note, holy shit. Let's just call it there, shall we?
Right? Okay. Anyway, so,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I just gotta double check to make sure that I'm not doing anything.
I have thought
from...
of not being poor, Ham and Beans. Thank you. It's a plan that's proceeding at pace. Yes. I
Polly,
consider
have you thought of learning to code?
No, I have not, and I'll tell you why. I've seen what it's done to you.
What do you mean? What? Excuse me, sir. I'll have you know. Anyway. So the only thing that I have next Sunday is I have the opera to go to with my grandmother, but that is a matinee, so I should be back in a reasonable amount of time for cocktail hour.
Cool. And we can always expect you to text if something is going to go awry.
Yes! Because I'll be sober.
Uh,
Maybe. It's the opera. We don't know, actually. I've never been to an actual opera. Like...
Actually, a while back, yeah, I've never been to an actual opera. I've only seen Phantom of the Opera, so it was technically
That's a musical.
Yeah. It was good, though.
Right.
Somebody asked me a while back, where's Hangover story? It's not a good Hangover story. It's just I was in bed all day, sick. There it is.
Same.
Didn't even get the fuck out of bed. It was just. Ah. And I did Uber Eats for McDonald's. That was my day.
Rough.
The goddamn bad hangover story, though, man.
My worst hangover was New Year's Day. Not this year. But previous year. I spent it all day in bed. I had gone to bed after midnight and puked. And then woke up with the worst raging hangover I've ever had in my entire life. It was bad. And that was it.
The worst thing about a hangover for me, hangovers are defined for me by nausea, which sucks. Like, I know some people that just, it's all about heartburn with them or a stomach ache or whatever, foggy headedness. No, for me, it's like nausea the next day. Mm-hmm. And getting up and moving around and, getting some Tylenol, but definitely getting up and moving around, that's when I start to feel better. But you don't want to do that because you feel sick. So it's like, I just want to lay here, even though you know that it's just going to continue on. It's a vicious cycle.
Okay. So now it is pumpkining time. I mean, apricotting time. And boyfriend is not here. It's pumpkining time.
All right.
Weebo's got to go night-night. Because otherwise she's going to sleep in her desk chair.
All right. So there it is. Thank you, everybody who donated. Greatly appreciate it. We will see you next week. If we both...
if everything works out okay. I promise.
If everything works out okay. Yeah.
Picky swear. Okay. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lizard people of all ages, have a nice week. Thank you so much for your donations, your chats, your comments, your subscribbles, your likes, your shares, all that jazz, because without you, it'd just be two idiots in a Discord chat talking to each other.
True.
Anyway, we'll see you when we see you next week. Same time, same place, same order, same face. Not same time. But you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, have a great week, ladies and gentlemen.
Later.
And don't forget to watch our shit. The AAA, the Noir Bar, and then the video that I just put out. Bye.
There. Laters.
Laters. End. Edit and